The most dangerous time for seniors to shower, and what to do instead. Did you know that one of the most risky moments in a senior's day is stepping into the shower? While it might seem harmless, showering after 70 can raise the risk of dizziness, stroke, or even heart events, especially at certain times of day. In this video, we'll break down the most dangerous times to shower for older adults and explain why your body's changes with age, like circulation and temperature control, can make those moments more hazardous. If you've ever felt lightheaded after a shower or just couldn't explain why you felt off, this video might provide the answers you need. We'll share 6 insights, backed by medical research and real-life stories from geriatric specialists. And stick around until the end because the last tip is something few talk about, but it could make all the difference in how you safely start or end your day. Let's begin. Number 1. Showering without proper foot support. As we age, one of the most important things we can do for ourselves is to make sure we're staying steady on our feet. We all know that a fall can happen in the blink of an eye, and showers, while a necessary part of daily life, can be particularly tricky when we're not giving our feet the support they need. For many seniors, showering without proper foot support is an easy oversight. Maybe you've been using a slippery bath mat, or perhaps you're standing on hard tiles with nothing to keep you stable. The truth is, even a small slip in the shower can lead to a serious fall, especially if you're balancing on an unstable surface or trying to reach for something. Without the right support, it becomes much harder to maintain balance while moving around, and the risk of slipping increases, especially when your feet are wet. The last thing we want is for a moment that should be refreshing to turn into a dangerous situation. I remember talking to Eleanor, an 81-year-old woman who had been showering without a non-slip mat or shower chair. She had never had issues before, but one morning she lost her footing while reaching for a bottle of shampoo and ended up falling. Thankfully, she wasn't seriously hurt, but the shock of that fall was a wake-up call. After that, she installed a non-slip mat and even added a small shower chair for extra support. Since making those changes, she's felt much safer, knowing she's not at risk every time she steps into the shower. So, if you're showering without proper foot support, it might be time to consider making a simple change. Non-slip mats, grab bars, or even a shower chair can make a world of difference in preventing accidents and giving you the confidence to move around safely. Taking that extra step for stability isn't just about comfort. It's about taking control of your safety. When you feel secure on your feet, you can focus on enjoying your shower without worry. Number 2. Cold morning showers and vascular shock. For some, cold showers are invigorating. The cold water can feel like a sharp jolt to wake the body, refresh the senses, and get the blood flowing. But for seniors, especially those with underlying heart or blood pressure concerns, this cold shock can be more than just uncomfortable. It can be dangerous. When cold water hits the skin, particularly early in the day when your body is still adjusting to waking up, it triggers an immediate constriction of blood vessels. This is your body's natural response, helping to preserve core temperature. But for older adults, this sudden narrowing of the blood vessels can lead to a sharp spike in blood pressure, which puts a strain on the heart. Even more concerning, this constriction reduces blood flow to your extremities and, more importantly, may limit the oxygen-rich blood that reaches your brain for a few critical moments. This can result in dizziness, lightheadedness, or fainting. For someone with narrowed arteries, it could even trigger a cardiac event or a mini-stroke. I think back to Bill, an 80-year-old man who decided to try cold showers after reading about their supposed anti-aging benefits. In his 40s and 50s, he never had a problem, but now, just a few seconds under cold water left him feeling breathless and slightly dizzy. He thought it was just a normal part of aging and shrugged it off, until one morning he collapsed in the shower. Emergency responders later told him that it was likely a rapid spike in blood pressure caused by the cold water exposure, combined with age-related changes in circulation. Thankfully, Bill recovered fully, but since that day he switched to a warm rinse. There's no need to prove anything with cold water when you're over 70. If you enjoy cooler temperatures, ease into them gradually. Start with lukewarm water, and lower the temperature slightly over time, or save the cooler rinse for midday when your body is fully awake and warmed up. Your circulatory system has served you well for decades. There's no need to shock it awake with an icy blast first thing in the morning. A gentle, warm start to your day is often the safest and smartest way to go. If you're still watching and finding these insights helpful, please leave a comment with the words number 2 below. I'd love to know you're here with me. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I recommend you do so and turn on the bell so you don't miss any more valuable videos like this. Your support helps us keep creating content that can inspire and inform you. Let's move on to the next tip. Number 3. Very hot showers before bedtime. There's something undeniably comforting about a warm shower at night. It helps wash away the stresses of the day, relaxes your muscles, and can feel like a gentle way to ease into sleep. But if that water is too hot, and especially if you're over 70, it might actually be doing more harm than good. Hot water raises your core temperature, opens up your blood vessels, and sends a signal to your heart to work just a little harder. For younger people, this usually isn't much of a problem. But as we age, our cardiovascular systems become a bit less responsive. That's when the heat can throw our body's natural rhythm off track. Here's the hidden issue that many don't realize. When your body becomes too warm close to bedtime, it has to work harder to cool itself down. This cooling process is essential, not just for quality sleep, but also for keeping your blood pressure and heart rate stable through the night. For seniors, that extra stress on the body, combined with the natural age-related changes in heart function, can quietly increase the risk of nocturnal cardiac events or even sleep-related strokes. I think back to Helen, a 76-year-old woman I spoke with. She loved taking long hot showers right before bed because they eased her arthritis and helped her relax. But she'd often wake up in the middle of the night feeling sluggish, dizzy, or even anxious. After talking with her doctor, she made a simple change. She started turning the water a few degrees cooler and moved her shower to just after dinner instead of right before bed. The result? Her sleep quality improved, her blood pressure became more stable, and those nighttime disturbances vanished. If you're someone who loves your evening shower, there's no need to give it up. But maybe consider turning the temperature down to warm, not hot, and give yourself at least an hour to cool down before climbing into bed. This small change could make a big difference. If you find yourself waking up with night sweats, feeling your heart race, or waking confused in the morning, this could be your body's way of signaling that it needs a little adjustment. A cooler shower could be exactly what your system has been asking for. Number 4. Showering right after eating. Let's talk about showering right after eating. After we finish a meal, our body shifts its priorities. Blood flow moves toward the stomach and digestive organs to help break down the food, absorb nutrients, and regulate blood sugar. For younger folks, this shift in blood flow often goes unnoticed and everything feels perfectly fine. But as we get older, the body's ability to balance circulation, especially when there are competing demands, starts to change. This is why showering too soon after eating can be risky for older adults. If you've ever hopped into the shower right after a meal, you might not realize that doing so, especially with hot water or standing for an extended period, could be pulling blood away from your digestive process and challenging your cardiovascular system all at once. The result? You could experience dizziness, lightheadedness, a sudden drop in blood pressure, or in more serious cases, fainting spells or near-stroke symptoms caused by reduced blood flow to the brain. I remember speaking with Albert, an 80-year-old man who had a routine of eating breakfast, finishing his coffee, and immediately heading to the bathroom to freshen up. A few times he felt a bit woozy in the shower, but he brushed it off, assuming it was just a part of getting older. It wasn't until a minor fall that his doctor explained what was happening. After eating, Albert's body was naturally sending blood to his stomach for digestion. But the heat of the shower, combined with his upright posture, was pulling that blood away, leaving his brain with less circulation than it needed. Since that day, Albert waits at least 45 minutes after eating before showering. And since making that simple change, he hasn't experienced any more dizzy spells. So, if you've ever felt weak, overheated, or off balance while showering right after a meal, it's your body's way of telling you something important. It's asking you to give your system time to digest, to let the meal settle before putting extra demands on your body. A small shift in timing could be all it takes. Wait a little while before stepping into the shower, and give your circulation time to catch up. It's a simple change, but one that could save you from a dangerous fall, or something even worse. If you found these insights helpful, I'd love to hear from you. Please leave a comment below with number 4 to let me know you're here and finding value in this video. Your comments help me understand what's resonating with you, and they also give others a chance to join the conversation. And if you haven't already, I encourage you to subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss out on any of the valuable tips and advice that can help you live your healthiest, safest life. Your support makes a big difference, and I'm so grateful to have you here with me. Let's continue this journey together and make sure each step we take is a safe, informed one. Number 5. Showering too early in the morning. Showering first thing in the morning, many of us do automatically. It seems so routine, doesn't it? You wake up and it feels natural to step right into the shower to start the day. But here's the thing, your body, right when you wake up, is still transitioning from a state of deep rest to full alertness. Your blood pressure is adjusting, your heart rate is rising, and your circulation is slowly getting back to its usual rhythm after hours of lying still. It's a delicate process that requires a bit of time. For many of us, especially after we turn 70, this transition isn't always smooth. In fact, rushing into it can actually put our body in a vulnerable state. If you jump into the shower within the first 15 to 30 minutes of waking, your body may not be ready. Here's why. Your blood vessels are still slightly constricted, and your core temperature is lower than normal. That means, as you move from lying down to standing up, your body is already working overtime just to keep you balanced. Now, add the heat and steam of a shower to the mix. The warm water that would feel comforting to someone more rested can actually feel like a shock to the system when you're still adjusting. It creates the perfect storm for dizziness, fainting, or a sudden drop in blood pressure. I remember talking to Jerry, an 81-year-old man who had made a habit of waking up at 6 a.m. and heading straight to the shower before breakfast. One morning, without warning, he collapsed. No dizziness, no signs of trouble, he just blacked out. His body wasn't ready for that kind of abrupt change. He went from sleeping to standing to hot water in under 10 minutes, and his blood pressure couldn't keep up. Thankfully, his doctor gave him some simple advice. Wait at least 30 minutes after waking, drink a glass of water, stretch a little, and then shower. Since that day, Jerry hasn't had any more issues. It's not about fear or worrying too much. It's about understanding our bodies. Our circulatory system simply needs time to adjust. By giving it that time, we give our brain, our heart, and our balance a much better chance to keep us safe. So, if your routine includes rolling out of bed and heading straight for the shower, perhaps consider hitting pause for a moment. Let your body catch up with the day. It may just be one of the smartest changes you make this year, and a small change that can help you feel more steady, secure, and ready to take on the world. Number 6. Showering during peak midday heat and poorly ventilated homes. There's a hidden danger many seniors overlook, especially those living in warmer climates or older homes with poor ventilation. Showering during the hottest part of the day, when heat has already built up indoors, can quietly put your body at risk. From noon to mid-afternoon, your body temperature naturally climbs. Now, imagine adding the ambient heat from a home that's already warm, without much airflow or ventilation, and you've got a recipe for overheating. The problem becomes even more concerning when you step into a warm shower during this time, especially in a bathroom with no fan or limited ventilation. Suddenly, your body is surrounded by steam. Your blood vessels are expanding, and your ability to cool down is compromised. As we age, our sweat response often becomes less efficient, making it harder for our bodies to cool themselves. The real issue here isn't just discomfort, it's how our body regulates temperature, a process called thermoregulation. Seniors are particularly vulnerable to heat-related stress. When the body overheats, it diverts resources to the skin and extremities in an attempt to cool off, often at the expense of the brain and internal organs. This can lead to nausea, confusion, sharp drops in blood pressure, or in more severe cases, fainting or even cardiac events. I think of Margaret, an 82-year-old woman who used to shower after lunch on hot days, thinking the shower would help cool her down. But instead, she started noticing that she felt more drained afterward, sometimes dizzy or wiped out for hours. After a conversation with her son, they decided to install a thermometer and a fan in her bathroom to see what was going on. They were shocked to discover that even before the water started running, The room was already over 84 degrees Fahrenheit. So, Margaret decided to shift her shower time to late morning when the house hadn't yet heated up, and she kept the fan running with the doors slightly cracked open. Since making these small changes, she finishes her showers feeling refreshed, not dizzy or drained. If you tend to shower mid-afternoon, take a moment to check your bathroom's ventilation. Use fans, open a window if possible, and avoid very warm water during these hours. Your body may not warn you with an obvious signal, but it will react. And often by the time it does, it's already under strain. Final thoughts. As we've seen, showering is something so simple and necessary in our daily lives, but it can also carry hidden risks, especially as we get older. Each small change we make, from adjusting shower temperatures to being mindful of our body's response, can make all the difference in keeping us safe, steady, and confident. Taking care of ourselves doesn't have to mean making big, drastic changes. It's often the little, thoughtful adjustments that help us feel better, stay safer, and truly enjoy our everyday routines. Your health and well-being matter, and by taking the time to listen to your body and make these simple changes, you're giving yourself the best chance to live with comfort and peace of mind. I hope these insights have helped you feel more informed and empowered in your own showering routine. Remember, it's not about fear, it's about understanding how our bodies change and taking steps to protect ourselves. Thank you for taking the time to watch and for being part of this community. If you found this video helpful, please share it with someone you care about. We're all in this together, and every small change we make towards better self-care is a step toward a safer, healthier life. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep taking care of yourself one step at a time. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and share. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below, and please remember to subscribe and turn on notifications for more helpful tips and videos. Together, let's continue making choices that help us live better, longer, and more safely.